The Femtastic Four First Steps just dropped another trailer. The first official trailer, because the other one was kind of a teaser, but this one right here, like, I've watched it before, and boy, I am very, okay, like, I've talked about it before, okay, and we've had a video, I did a video, what was it, earlier this week? There's just been so much stuff going on, I can't even keep this stuff straight, but yeah, because we talked about, what, the gender politics, or was that at the tail end of last week? I digress, but Vanessa Kirby's Invisible Woman, and I didn't even put two and two together on this one, but she's being officially presented as Sue Storm. Even though she's confirmed to be pregnant by the trailer here, and then also we knew that as well from just outside sources as well. But yeah, she's pregnant with Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards' kid, and she doesn't take his last name. It's not even hyphenated or any other, pathetic stuff like that. But no, she's Sue Storm. There's Johnny Storm. We got the Ting, and then we got Reed Richards, who in this trailer right here, like, everybody's obviously pointing to the hilarious aspect to this. And, well, as we talked about previously in The Last of Us video, how people are memeing that fight scene. I mean, there are different things that can take people out of a story, whether or not it's just overtly bad CGI, if it's a bad performance, if it's just something that doesn't really line up, if it's too tonally jarring, all of these things, all of them, and throw people's enjoyment out of whack. I've told stories before, and, I'll just go ahead and repeat it here. I'll give you the truncated version this time around. Iron Man 3, Ben Kingsley walking out of the bathroom was the moment where it's like, you know what, movies really aren't for me anymore. I understand. I'll just find better things to do with my time. But in this trailer right here, and god damn it, man, okay, you can go all the way back, and I wanted this film to be good. I was thinking against all hope that, oh, there's a chance it could be, but yeah, after seeing that the first teaser trailer, like, all of the imagery behind it, it's like, oh my god, cool, we got the retro futuristic 60s style, and this is Marvel now. Okay, instead of telling a story, they'll just key jangle. Okay, Deadpool and Wolverine, oh yeah, we got a bunch of cameos. We don't really have that much of a story, but you like it because you can remember things. Captain Black Falcon America Man. You guys like Captain America. Oh, what's that? We don't have Captain America in our Captain America movie? Shut up. You remember the shield and the sound that it makes when it goes dunk, dunk, dunk. It's so great. And Thunderbolts, well, we don't talk about the Thunderbolts, but it's going to be better because it's kind of like an A24 action film, guys, right? See, we can do a lower budget film, even though our definition for lower budget is $200 million. God, that thing is going to be an abomination. Coming out in a couple of weeks' time. Is anybody even going to notice? I highly doubt it. But no. All the faith is on the Fantastic Four because this is the one that they're doing better. Okay, they're doing this one different. Don't mind, the obvious feminization. Don't mind the actors and actresses coming out saying that, yeah, Sue Storm is going to be focusing on gender politics, or in a couple days time, I think over the weekend, I'm pretty sure on Sunday, I've got one specifically for Johnny Storm about how he wants to play Soy Boy Human Torch. It's like everything is pointing to the same type of disaster, so go ahead and check any of your enthusiasm and optimism at the door. It's going to be the same type of Marvel sludge, just with the 60s aesthetic, because yeah, fuck telling stories. You can remember things. You can look at that and go, oh wow, that looks cool, because I remember that. I've been to classic diners before. I've seen pictures before. It almost substitute for a story and characters. It's so great. But yeah, instead of just simply pointing out the atrocious CGI for one specific gender-swapped character, big shock on that one. That was already a hopping off point for a lot of people. And after seeing the reveal of said character, I can see exactly why they kept it hidden for so long, because, brother, that's the only thing that anybody is talking about in regards to this trailer. But I have a few more qualms with it, okay? And I'm surprised more people haven't pointed this out, because as we've known for a while, and specifically with the Vanessa Kirby stuff where, oh yeah, Sue Storm, yeah, she's going to be the head of the Future Foundation. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. So it's going to be another girl boss movie. Why do people think this is going to be good? Oh, because it looks different. Okay, cool. You're still going to have a girl boss. You're going to have a male feminist with them. Okay, a good strong ally. The brother's just going to be a non-threatening ally, supportive of his much more competent and accomplished older sister. And then you're going to have the Thing, who's a freak, and he can only reckon, or rather ponder on his current situation. And instead of having, that dynamic that the Fantastic Four traditionally has with the antagonistic relationship, that, well, they still are family at the end of the day, but between the Thing and the Human Torch, they kind of go back and forth. And because Ben Grimm had it all, and he had it all taken from him, and instead of getting extraordinary powers, which I don't want to downplay, the incredible abilities that the Thing has, but it comes at a tremendous consequence. Meanwhile, everybody else, okay, in the Fantastic Four, the other tree that are there, they can go ahead and turn them on and off whenever. And it's like, okay, the Human Torch can turn on his powers and he can fly whenever he wants to. Otherwise, he's just a regular guy. The Invisible Woman, go invisible, or she can be in her corporeal form. Same with Mr. Fantastic. He can be as stretchy as you want, which is another thing that's in this trailer, and we're going to watch this bitch because, you know, good for Disney. They at least don't hit you with copyright. So yeah, we'll be watching this here in a second. I just want to lay the foundation, the future foundation, if you will. I'll see myself out. But that CGI, it looks better. It looks better than a couple of other things, but I'm focusing in on the dialogue, and I hate what I see and on the screen, but then I also hate what I hear and don't hear as well, because that's also letting you know, yeah, the tone and the tenor for this. And well, let's just say it really is continuing on a bunch of different modern tropes.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. Four brave...
As you know, everyone. So yeah, okay. When this is, if this is, okay, maybe it's just for the trailer, and that's totally fine. If you just have your big old exposition dump with a guy coming out, you know, oh, here we're on a television screen, okay. At least it's not a news report going, well, as you know, this event took place. But no. He's just setting it up. Okay, guys. So yeah, welcome out. We got a really big show. We got a really big show tonight, and our guests here, and then you can give the backstory. It flows a little bit better. It makes a little bit more sense. But if the people are as famous and the way that the Fantastic Four are being set up, like they are the biggest stars in this world right now, so everybody knows the backstory. I don't necessarily know why he's setting it up in universe, but we know, big exposition dump, because hey, here's the Fantastic Four, here's what they've accomplished here. If it's in the trailer, that's fine, but if it's in the movie, yeah, it's gonna clunk like the rest of this stuff.
If astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
See, the weight on that looks really weird, and I hate the Thing's voice, but aesthetically, it's really not bad. I know a lot of people have issues with it, and I seen it pointed out, it's like, he's got a small head, and it's like, okay, yeah, I guess I can kind of see that, and if they would have, instead of, you know, have the little dick ridge above his eyes there, setting in for his brow line, it's like, maybe a fuller face, a bigger head, it's like, that could work a little bit, but, you know, hey, it's not bad, okay? I don't have a problem with it. It looks good. It's just the voice is off. The voice is very much off.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking?
Jesus Christ, like we're really doing this whole, you know, the Thing is a cook, because the actors from The Bear, and you guys like The Bear, you know, The Bear, because it's really popular when it's on. We got that here in Marvel now, because the Thing cooks. See, it's a cool dichotomy. Like, oh God, just, I hate this shit. I hate it so much. Okay, just the focusing on cooking and eating and goofy melodramatic relationships, which we don't see too much of this. It flows somewhat naturally, but yeah, it's just another gripe from just a lot of modern stuff. Okay, like Star Wars Outlaws had the big protracted, you know, QTE sequence where you're just feeding you and your goofy ass little puppet dog. It's I don't like it. But anyways.
Okay, that is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth.
So the first thing that happens, okay, and
We're gonna be the best uncles ever.
yeah, no, that's wonderful and fantastic. So you don't even hear from Mr. Fantastic, okay? He hasn't even been heard from prior to that sequence, and we still haven't heard him say anything so far. And he immediately gets put down. It's like, oh, everybody else is wonderful. We're going to be the best uncles ever. Oh my God, the Thing's a great cook. Johnny is, you know, he's the stickler for time, and he wants everybody to be organized. But oh yeah, you're going to be a great dad, and congratulations for dumping a load in my sister. Weird. But yeah, you're going to be, oh, you're just fine. We're just joshing around, right? But then it goes on, okay?
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Okay, looks good.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Speaking of really bad and uninspired vocal decisions, oh my god, here it comes.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now...
Oh no! Go! What the fuck? Okay. Here we've seen, okay, like Shalabal, we've seen her before. There's when this was first announced that the chick from the Ozarks is going to be coming in and playing female Silver Surfer. It's like you could go back and take a look, okay, all the Wikipedia wonders that are out there and go, actually it's in the comics. Yeah, the way that Shalabal looks is a far more endowed. We can go ahead and say that one, okay? She definitely, you would not be able to, mix her up with other iterations of the Silver Surfer. And while we will obviously get back to the trailer and back to this here in a second, because this is the only thing that people are talking about, and yeah, just simply comparing the two, okay, back in 2007, a movie that, didn't do all that well in the theaters, but again, another one of those examples of CGI in the mid to early 2000s that looks 1,000 times better than anything that's being pumped out right now. Now, I was just thinking that was a low-res screenshot, or maybe the trailer on YouTube looked a little bit funky, but we're watching this over here on Twitter. I got it cranked up to 1080p, and bro, it doesn't look any better than that. There's no definition at all whatsoever, and maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe she'll look better in the movie, but it's, holy crap, man, it's pathetic. Like, I'll bring up the example again, okay? Lord of the Rings looks spectacular, and no, I'm not just simply talking about practical over CGI compared to The Hobbit, which is a perfect example right there, 10 years apart. You got the orc design, which is still tremendous to this very day, and comparing and contrasting that with, those CGI abominations, okay? Bolg and Azog, and even some of the over designs for the practicals, okay, like that's notwithstanding, but you take a look at how good the Balrog from 2001 still looks, like, bro, that's insane. And then you just compare it with some of those composited shots in Battle of the Five Armies, and holy shit, like Bard and Thranduil confronting Thorin at the gates of Erebor, like that, that's really bad. That's really bad. But also going on and around the same time that you had the legit Silver Surfer, you also had a little guy called Davy Jones in the second and third Pirates of the Caribbean movies. How does he still stand out? Because I don't know, every once in a while, okay, it just pops into my head because I really like, well, the second half of Dead Man's Chest, and I have a visceral hatred for At World's End. The introduction of Davy Jones, my God, that lives rent-free in my head. Okay, do you fear death? That just, the unfurling of his tentacle beard, it's just, he looks so good, and not for a second, when I was in the theaters and when I've watched those films time and time again, do I ever think that is CGI. I'm immersed in the story because it looks believable. It looks congruent with the settings, and it facilitates and helps the story. Female Silver Surfer looking like a skinny fat dude, that's gonna pull people out. But also her voice, just, it's not befitting her station. That's another thing where it's like, what the fuck, man? Could have put on like a deeper affectation, like Cate Blanchett. Not a Lord of the Rings reference, but, well, even still, okay, like, yeah, if you want to bring up the, the Mirror of Galadriel scene where she, has her moment when she's tempted by the ring, instead of a Dark Lord, you will have a queen. That right there, if you would have had that type of sound design over this with the Silver, it's the Silver Surfer, for Christ's sakes. Even if you don't know and you haven't watched the Fantastic Four movies, you know that the arrival of the Silver Surfer means business. The power cosmic is fucking powerful. And she just, I don't know, sounds like some bitch announcing that there's a flash sale going on at the Gap. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Marked for death.
Bruh.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space.
What's the first thing that Mr. Fantastic says? Oh, it's my fault. Okay, cool. I'm so glad, the smartest man in the universe, okay? I'm so glad the leader of the Fantastic Four is sorry with his first words. It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. Get it? Because he also stretches as well.
And they heard.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
Cool, yeah, once again, just a non-selfish... Everybody else has been assertive so far in this trailer. The Thing picking up a car, being a competent chef, Johnny confronting the Silver Surfer, okay, chastising the rest of the group for not being on time, okay, Sue Storm being the assertive, forthright, positive presence, but no, it's my fault, I don't know, that's what we want, out of Mr. Fantastic.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
Like, that also doesn't look terribly convincing right there. That was just an inopportune pause. I wasn't even anticipating, pointing that out, but that right there, yeah, if he's approaching anything close to supernova, there would be a lot, there wouldn't be much water left in there, but it would also be boiling as well. But whatever, man, I guess that's nitpicking, right? But yeah, just Sue Storm being assertive, and Pedro Pascal, we wonder why he was chose for that role. But yeah, no, this is all of his characters wrapped into one, just being a good ally and a good male feminist cheerleader. Oh, she's got it over there. She could do everything a man could do, and it heals. Oh, and well, pregnant. God damn it, man. Pathetic. Just, where's the masculinity? All right, not here. That looks fine. See, okay, like there's some things that do look, decent. That right there, like the compositing is not all that great. Like there should be a little bit more dust in front of them, especially if the building's blowing up. But it's not the worst. The Silver Surfer and the Human Torch flying over that canal, not looking that great, but it's fine. That's a little flumpy.
We will protect you.
I believe you. And then, yeah, they just do the big choir chant at the end. But, that's what pulls me out, okay? Just having somebody who is supposed to be the smartest man in the world, the leader of the group, is a bitch. Why do I care if they succeed? You're led by an idiot, and we will protect you. That's fantastic. It's like if you're working on your car in the garage and one of the jacks goes and your kid tries to run out and help push the car out of the way. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's not really going to help with all of my crushed ribs. But obviously, that's my big bugaboo, and then when people get to see the film July 25th, they'll probably be able to go, wow, Pedro was kind of playing a bitch once again, but he was really good at it, and I can see why he continues to get cast to these roles. But yeah, then picking apart the plot, which, okay, cool. So now we know that Galactus is going to be here. The Silver Surfer's there. What's John Malkovich doing? Is he Mole Man? Is Paul Walter Hauser going to be the Mole Man? Like, he's supposed to be in this. Like, we know a little bit now with this trailer. Galactus is here. Boy, is he pissed. It's also supposed to be an alternate universe, rather. So here I'm kind of thinking that, at the end of this, close to the end of it, I think that the Fantastic Four is ultimately going to fail. They're going to find a way to, get to another multiverse, and that's probably going to end up being the, good old post-credit sequence coming out, and it's like, oh wow, all of a sudden we're in 616, and wow, what's Iron Man Doctor Doom doing up there? That's kind of crazy. That's obviously how this thing is going to go, but yeah, Galactus is going to end up eating their world, because yeah, they're just being put on this pedestal right here, where, oh my god, they're the greatest saviors, but then they end up coming up short because Mr. Fantastic is a bitch. And we can't have a traditionally white family like that succeed at anything. We gotta go ahead and knock them down a few rungs before you set them up for the big Avengers movie. God, it's just, it's trash. Why would you have faith? Okay, because you're supposed to have faith for Daredevil Born Again. Oh my god, see, they scrapped the original series, and oh, they're gonna be more faithful. Nobody talked about that shit, and it just wrapped up this week. And what I heard from it, garbage, pure distilled garbage. Why would you be hopeful for anything really coming out from Marvel or hell, Hollywood at this point in time? Like, Jurassic World is probably going to make $1 billion, and it's probably going to have the same quality of script that the Minecraft movie just did, and oh boy, are the wheels falling off of that. Wow, imagine that. If people can't meme in the cinema, they don't want to go to the show. If you want to make good films, okay, if you want to make films that put butts in seats at theaters, make them good. It's crazy, right? Because Minecraft survived on memes. Fantastic Four it's coming into the theaters as one. Marvel shills meltdown as fans lampoon sex-swapped Silver Surfer. Let's go over this here real quick. Marvel Studios released, yes, a new trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps, and in the first trailer, yes, you see a look at Julia Garner's sex-swapped Silver Surfer is shown, and numerous fans are deriding it. It looks like trash. Really not a fan of the aesthetic of this film. Also, of course, they had to make Silver Surfer a woman. God forbid they just used Norrin Rad. Yeah, the most iconic version of the character, and Galactus is way too small. Well, yeah, that too, because he's supposed to be able to just, just eat planets like Tic Tac. So yeah, him just, showing up like an oversized Godzilla. Not great. Okay. Dude is bigger than planets, not Godzilla size. Yeah, exactly. I smell fail. Yeah. Okay. Just shut up, hater. Oh my God. Yeah. Just shut up and eat the slop. Stop noticing things. Galactus can change his size. Stop crying. Sure. I smell somebody who hasn't picked up a comic book in their life. Oh my God, the Wikipedia wonders are at it, guys, because didn't you know that Galactus could be of different size? Okay, cool. Yeah, but if he's sending his heralds, why would he need to come to a planet to intimidate? He would just simply go, okay, cool, it's been marked for death. Well, that one's next. Okay, I'll go ahead and take that one. I'll take that one after that. But the featherweight voice is not helping. Yeah, they have to stop casting according to popularity and just cast the best person for the job. Who are you talking about specifically? Because I'm pointing out the Silver Surfer, and I'm glad somebody else is as well, because that's just, that's a deal breaker for me, because you couldn't, because I don't have an adherence to the source material in this case. I know of the Fantastic Four. I don't know too many of their stories. I know big sweeping plot points, obviously, like the coming of Galactus is it's synonymous with comic books and Marvel in particular, but all of the backstory of the Silver Surfer, not terribly familiar with it, so, it's not going to be too much of a hurdle for me to overcome, but you really needed to sell it, and it's as smooth as the brain of the writers on this project. Okay, it's from the people that brought you WandaVision. Kevin Feige, who's apparently supposed to be helming a big turnaround. Okay, I heard him say that he did his bid for king and country in regards to DEI, and he's really turning things around. He worked with stupid Joseph Quinn to make femboy Human Torch. Stop it. He's very much on brand with this stuff. This movie is, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I think that we're looking at a pair of duds coming out in July in Superman and Fantastic Four. It's going to be the race to the bottom there. I wanted them both to be good. I really wanted them both to be good. But from everything that I have seen in regards to the Fantastic Four, nothing gives me hope at all. At this point in time, I think the MCU has been marked for death. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.